Have a look at that. It's the Jetstar. A cool looking guitar? Well, I think so, and that's why I bought it. For the first time you pick it up, you go, oh, actually, that feels good. It's actually got quite a nice kind of bluesy voice to it, hasn't it? Brilliantly made. Fabulous quality. Phil McKnight would not ladder his tights on that, I can assure you. You may have been able to tell I really do like this guitar. Hello there, welcome to the Guitaristas. Thanks for joining us today. You're very welcome, as always. So today, we've got another Guild to show you today. This, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind me calling you that, this is the Guild Jetstar. Look at that, look at that. Isn't that an interesting looking guitar? A cool looking guitar? Well, I think so, and that's why I bought it. I actually bought this used, very lightly used, I must say, looking at the condition of it. This is a 2018 model, but it is still relevant to, you know, today's models. I like to actually review guitars that you could go and buy if you wanted to. That's why, you know, I don't do a lot of more of the stuff on the wall here, because I'm trying to provide a service as much as I'm trying to provide entertainment. So anyway, I bought this, you know, to be honest with you, I didn't buy this specifically to review it. I bought it because I really fancied it. I saw it hanging on the wall of my local music shop, and the price tag on it was £399. And I thought, well, that looks like a piece of me. So I bought it. And I've recently discovered that the retail price, they sell these new in the UK at the moment, street price, £545. You can get these, which is about $700. So first, a little bit of the history. This is from Guild's Newark Street collection, which is vintage reissues, but affordable ones, made in Indonesia, Korea and China. This particular model is made in China, as you will see from the sticker on the back of that rather fetching headstock, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the Jetstar was first introduced in 1963. And Guilds say that this particular model remains faithful to the original. I've done a little bit of research, and I have got some pictures of one that looks exactly like, well, not exactly, because the pickups, you know, and the hardware setup's a little bit different. But look at these pictures. This is 1966, I think it said. They also did a model which looked very much like, more like an SG. I say that because I thought this looked pretty SG-like, which is one of the reasons it appealed to me. But they also do the model which they called the S100, which is this one, which, as you can see, looks very, very much like an SG. But anyway, look, the point is, it's very cool. It really, I really like the look of this guitar. Let's go through some basic specs, and then let's take it apart and have a look and see what's going on under here. And then let's play it and see what it sounds like. All right, let's do all those things. Don't forget, the timestamps are in the description box. If you're in a hurry, go to where you need to be, playing, pick up measurements. I mustn't say outputs anymore. Pick up measurements, neck profile. We'll do all that. We'll do all the measuring, and then we'll have a good old play. So yeah, if you're in a hurry, go there now. If not, grab a drink, and let's get into all the nerdy stuff. Let's do it. So here we go. Let's start with the specs. All about the guitar. It's got a mahogany body, and it's got a mahogany set neck, as you can see. Okay, this is a 25.5-inch scale length, so it's the same scale length as a Fender. This has got a power ferro fingerboard, so it's not rosewood, it's power ferro, and it's got what they call a medium C profile neck, which feels decent. It feels decent. We'll measure that in a bit, obviously. The fingerboard radius is 10 inches, so slightly flatter than your Fender. Medium jumbo frets. It's got a bone nut. It always cheers me up because I think, well, I can't complain about that, can I? Providing it's well cut. Doesn't seem to have been any problems. So yeah, the headstock, you know, it's just, well, it's like a Firebird headstock, isn't it? It's got a volute on the back. Can you see that as well? And it's just got the vintage Cluson style tuners. The original would have had those Guild open back ones on. That was in fact on the Starfire that we reviewed not very long ago. So anyway, they've decided to put these Cluson style ones on. And these nice sort of Fender style, I call them Fender style, you know, open locking post tuners, which are great. We love them. So that's that. Now, these are humbuckers, 2 humbuckers, Guild LB1 humbuckers, and LB stands for Little Bucker. And what they say is that sound-wise, they sit somewhere in between a single coil and a full-on humbucker. So you get a nice airy sound. And they also say that footprint-wise, they sit between a mini humbucker and a full-size humbucker. For me, that means if you want to change them, that'll be problematic. What we'll do, when we take the strings off, we'll measure them and we'll compare them to various pickups if we can, to see what options there might be if you wanted to replace these. Not that you necessarily need to. We'll find out. Okay. And it's got 1 volume and 1 tone and a 3-way switch, which works in the standard way. Tunematic style bridge and stop tailpiece, obviously. And so shape-wise, I mean, it's got a nice cutaways, top bottoms, very comfortable guitar. I think it's got a bit of an offset on it, hasn't it? I was trying to work out, has it got an offset or not? What? Let's try that one. It looks like an offset. It certainly looks like it's got a little bit of an offset. Not massive, but it's, yeah. I think it's great. I really do. It's robust in the weight department. It's not as light as an SG for sure. I'm guessing nearly 8 pounds. Let's see. £7, 8 ounces. Or, what's that? 3.41 kilograms. Okay, so let's whip the strings off and have a closer look at the fretwork and the fretboard, and then we'll pop the pups and have a look at the wiring and stuff. So let's get stuck in. Right, so looking at the fretwork, it's beautiful. It's actually beautiful. It's really nice. I'll do some close-ups of this, obviously, some B-roll, so you can see. I mean, I can't obviously say for sure because I got this used, so I can't say for sure that it hasn't been fettled. But well, it hasn't really been played, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been. Although, you know, fingerboard's a little bit dirty, as I can see now, but let's assume this is, you know, a factory fresh fretwork. I mean, wow. Phil McKnight would not ladder his tights on that, I can assure you. Yeah, like it. So while we're on that, let's look at the neck measurements and profile. Okay, here's the neck profile and measurements at the first fret. I must say the specs say it's 43 mil at the nut, but I'm measuring, what, 44.4. So that's what I'm telling you. And here's the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. Check out that, it's quite a round profile that, isn't it? Tailpiece, there's no markings on that whatsoever. It's pretty weighty, 73 grams. Nothing special about that. Tunematic style bridge, B2, seen that before. I think that might be the same as the Tokai one. It's quite light, 47 grams. In fact, I'm going to go and check because I actually have got the Tokai one off the guitar. Right, so I got my little bridge collection out. This is the one that come off the Tokai. It's got B2 on it. This is the one that's just come off the Guild. It also says B2. I think you can see that on the camera there. Difference being, however, the holes. The Guild one looks to have USA style spacing. This is a Faber Germany Gibson replacement. Let's see if it goes on. Yes. There you go. So the Gibson bridges will go straight onto the Guild, which gives you some options. If you want, like this one's a Faber Germany with nylon saddles, for instance. If you wanted to put that on, or if you wanted to, yeah, it's options. There you go. Have a look what's going on. Oh, it's also got these. Oh, it's also got these vintage style thumb wheels with a little. I'm going to have to reset the action now. You realise that? Never mind. All in the interests of research. Look at that. It's got these little bushing style. Let's see, look. Thingies. Very cool. There you go. It's something you didn't know, isn't it? Well, something I didn't know anyway. I think this is nice. I mean, I've not seen this style on an affordable guitar before. Cool. Right, that's that. Let's now, let's get the pickups out and see what's going on under there. Can I flip it? Yes, I can. There you go. Okay. So as you can see there, it's got full-size parts. I'll do a close-up of that in a minute. Well, let's get the pickups out as well, and then we'll do a little close-up on the cam. Plenty of cable. That's good. It's handy. There you go. You can nicely see what's going on in there, can't you? Right, so this has got the BHK pickups. Oh, they're stamped Guild on the back. This one's stamped Guild F, and this one's stamped Guild Rear, which is front and rear, front and rear. They've got like a little circuit board on there. Not really au fait with what's going on there. I think it might just be a way to connect them. The switch looks decent, doesn't it? It looks kind of like a switch crafty type thing. It's got full-size pots. Cap says 473J 100 volt. I don't know enough about caps to know what that means, but you probably do. And yeah, the pots are, look, I think that's an S. Again, I'm going to find out now, no doubt, what that is. There's no other markings on them at all. These look like, well, that looks like kind of brass base plates, doesn't it? And yeah, they're stamped Guild, so yeah, it all looks like a cut above what you'd expect from a guitar in this price point, I think. Let's measure the pickups. On the neck, we've got 7.15 kilo ohms, 3.72 Henrys, and on the bridge, 5.17 kilo ohms, 3.14 Henrys. So those readings suggest to me that they are quite low output pickups, I suppose. So let's put the scratch plate on, try and do that without catching any of their wires, put some new strings on, plug it in and see what it actually sounds like. Here we are, just looking at it on camera. It's a nice looking guitar. Right, new set of strings. Ernie Ball, regular slinky, 10 through 46. Incidentally, a lot of people ask, always use Ernie Ball's 10 gauge. A creature of habit, you see. So I've got a drawer full of them, obviously. Right, today we're using the Marshall JCM 900 rig again, same as we used the last few weeks in the with the Tokai upgrade. So, and the amp set pretty much the same, fully dimed through a 2 notes Torpedo attenuator. So, look, here's the amp settings. It's cranked. It's on 10. The master volume's on 10, and the gain's on, I think it's 4, isn't it? That's what the other controls are on. Marshall 1936 vintage 2x12, and on the board here I've got a EHX Soul Food and a Super Overdrive SD1, and look, the whole signal chain's in the description box, but yeah, I've got a little compression on it today, a little bit of slapback delay, and it sounds like this. Here we go. Here we go. That's it. I've just started. I can't even play 2 notes without fluffing it up. It's funny. That's the neck. I think it's slightly woolly. This is the bridge. No such problems there. Middle. So that's the neck. It's got the bite, but it's also got a sort of a woolliness to it, but I suppose it's a sort of a compression really, isn't it? It's driving the amp enough to just kind of but not as much as the humbuckers that we've been using the last few weeks. Here's the bridge. Again, there's no drive on that, so if we just... can clean it up. Bit of drive. That's the soul food. Yeah, the neck's definitely a little bit woolly. Put the SD1 on to... Yeah, okay. It's actually got quite a nice kind of bluesy voice to it, hasn't it? So there you have it. That was my review of the Guild Jetstar. You may have been able to tell I really do like this guitar. I thoroughly enjoyed playing it, and I think it's a looker. I really do like it. I had no expectations. You know, I bought it. I took a punt on it really, because I thought, well, that looks interesting. It looks nice. It looks like a piece of me. And it's brilliant when you do that and you discover, you know, the first time you pick it up, you go, actually, that feels good. Oh, actually, that sounds good. Oh, actually, that sounds really good. And then you take it apart like we have today, and you discover that it doesn't even look cheap. it looks like a proper guitar. But it is affordable. You know, £545 is the retail price, or that's the street price, should I say, in the UK. And I think we saw that Sweetwater have got it for $649 in the States. Oh, and I forgot to mention 3 colours. You've got this black, you've got white, and you've got seafoam green as well. So, yeah, these things definitely fly under the radar, don't they, these guilds? But, well, I don't know why, really. Maybe they've just got a really bad distributor or a really bad marketing department. Or maybe, or I don't know, really. I don't know why that would be, because they clearly make good guitars. It's a bit of a weird one, that. This is the second guild I've had, as you know, because we reviewed the Starfire one, the cheap one, a few weeks back, and that was great. And this is great. So it probably means I have to get another guild soon. I'm not sure. T-Bird 200 or the S100 Polara, is it? Polara, the SG style one. I think that one might be. I might have to try one of them. Yeah, what a nice guitar. So the pickups, I didn't measure them earlier. I forgot, but I have measured them now. And I can tell you that humbuckers will not fit in these holes. P90s will not fit in these holes. Mini humbuckers would fit in these holes, but you'd need proper mini humbucker pickup rings. I'm assuming that you could probably make those fit. Now, what I might do, because the one thing I think I said, well, if I didn't, I'm going to say it now. And if I did, I'm still going to say it now. The one thing I'm not so keen on with this guitar is the neck pickup. It works fine and it sounds nice, but I think you know, if you're looking for that bite that I'm looking for on the neck, it's just missing a little bit. It might just need adjusting. Or, you know, I'm sure you can tweak the rig, but anyway, that might be something that I will look into trying to replace with something. So it might be fun to replace that with a mini humbucker or something else. We might, you know, we could try and find out what would fit, just for fun. So yeah, we might look into that. That's the only thing that's the only negative thing I've got to say about this guitar. Nothing else. It's, you know, all of this is great, and it's got a bone nut. So what do you think? You tempted? Yeah? Or this one, or the T-Bird. The T-Bird looks, well, it's a little bit more out there, isn't it? It's a little bit more out there, the T-Bird. I think this is more ergonomic. Is that the word? Anyway, I love it. Okay, highly recommended. Brilliantly made. Fabulous quality. Really playable. Nice neck. Good price. Great electronics. Really nice sound. Little bit woolly, maybe. Might just be, well, it might be my ears. You never know. You can't, you know, you can't complain. Lovely. Yeah, well, I'm really pleased I've got that, and I'm really pleased we've had a jam on it today. Thank you very much for joining me. Come back next week and see what we're up to then. I look forward to seeing you, hopefully. Yeah, until then, take care. Cheers. Ta-ra.